Yeah, we're Oriental flavor. I've always found those Oriental flavor
Packets
really weird because like
They just taste like chicken.
What constitutes Oriental flavor?
Noodles.
Umami.
Because like, is Oriental flavor if someone were to like lick my arm or something? Is that what it tastes like?
I'm pretty sure you taste sweaty.
You see, when two people are in bed, right? Sometimes people like to do things beforehand, which involves tasting each other. And that's for the Oriental
Anyway, you're listening to episode 28 of the Heycast, the #1 gaming podcast in our hearts. My name's Timothy. We got Giacomo, we got Spencer, and we got my younger brother Dimitri's here with us.
Hi.
He was interested in talking about stuff, so he's going to talk about stuff, but he's super nervous right now. Look at how stiff you are. You're like...
This is my hands are literally in the crevice of
Do you
over
need to
here.
smoke a J?
At least,
Yes.
at least 5 people are going to see you on this video.
I know, right?
So,
Well, more like 30-something.
30-something.
This is pretty good amount
This
of views.
big crowd of 30, 40 people.
You're a musician. You've played in front of people.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad.
Like the parents of people that aren't my parents.
that got the time off from work to go see their kids'
I
show.
know, right?
You didn't even invite our parents to your last
Because I
recital.
forgot it was happening.
Can you angle the microphone a little bit more towards your mouth? Towards your mouth. Towards your mouth. The top part.
What do you
The
mean?
top part.
Yeah, there you go. It's this is a mess.
It's
Don't worry
fine.
about
Look
it.
at how my microphone is pointed at
It's
my mouth,
fine.
Demetrius.
It's fine.
I'm trying, okay? It was a long day.
It's totally fine.
Anyway, what have you guys been up to this
All
week?
right, well, we'll start it off with me. This whole week, I have done nothing. Like, I'm not kidding.
like every week?
I've gone to the gym. I got tired. I went to sleep. I woke up and I made some fried eggs every morning.
That sounds
with,
good.
It was pretty good with avocado and a piece of toast.
That does sound
I'm like
good.
reducing salt, so now I've just been putting like this spicy thing on it.
spicy
What's
thing.
spicy
Yeah,
thing?
I don't know. It's some red thing I found in the kitchen, and I was using that.
Okay.
And it tastes pretty
Some
good.
red thing.
Yeah,
Some red.
it's a spice. Like it doesn't have like a flavor. It starts burning because it's a spice. That's
I
okay.
am very
So
confident
you got to
in
throw
your
like
cooking
garlic
abilities.
and onions. Yeah, it was pretty good. I like that. And then what else? I was painting a bunch of stuff like I always do. And then I was playing with my magic cards because I found them again.
Your magic card.
we haven't played Magic in a long
We
time.
haven't played it in a
I've been
long
wanting
time.
to play for a while.
We should
It's
play
been
Magic.
fun.
It's just hard to get people together to play.
Oh, I went to a tournament on Friday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I came in
Wow.
third.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. How many
Yeah.
people? Like
Out of 8.
5?
Don't diminish my achievements. Well, I got in third because we all tied for. It was everyone won 3 and lost 1, and so we were all tied for it. But I had the bye, so my win wasn't as good as everyone else's win.
Right.
Oh,
So like,
okay.
all right, whatever.
Yeah, the buys always suck.
The buys always suck.
I mean, it's like cool. I get to move up, but like I didn't earn it.
yeah, it just was.
Speaking of magic, if you do have a hard time finding people, there is a new application that is available to play Magic the Gathering online.
You mean arena?
Yes.
Yeah,
How long that's been out for a while?
it's been out
already,
for a
huh?
while. I mean, what's his face? Danny Trejo is he was on the commercial for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah, he's on one
and
of
Danny
them.
Trejo is also going to be Boots.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's on
I
all
still
sorts of
find that
stuff.
so weird because you have this guy that I've always seen as Machete, and
Right.
then and like big tatted up Mexican guy, and then now he's playing Boots.
That's what makes him so badass.
It's so weird to me, but yeah, it's interesting. I don't know how he's gonna sound. Like Boots is just gonna sound like,
Hey, swiper, no swiping, Holmes.
They didn't even show Swiper in the trailer though, right?
Yeah, he's probably going to be like a corporate guy or someone from the
Yeah.
border. I don't know.
There's some.
oh
She's
my god,
Peruvian,
it's
so
gonna
it's
be like,
cool.
it's gonna be like the Mario movie all over again, the Mario live action movie.
Oh man, I love that. What's your name? Mario? Your first name's your last name? Yeah.
And Luigi Mario,
It's just so dumb.
and then Bowser's like a big guy in a suit.
And then when he gets his little head, like it's just awful. Terrible.
Oh my
Terrible
god!
movie.
Right?
That was my week. So how was your week?
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all right. I worked. I went to school. It is finals week, so that's going on.
Oh, I have a final.
I did watch a lot of Twitch streams.
You're always leaving Twitch streams in the background when you're doing homework.
Yeah,
and
they're
stuff.
weirdly relaxing.
I can't do that. I because anything with talking in it when I'm studying, it messes with me when I'm like reading and stuff. So.
Yeah, but a lot of them, they put in like really chill music in the background and then they just talk. It just feels like you're in the library, you know?
Cool guy
Library?
streams.
Library.
Cool guy streams.
Library.
So is there people playing games in the library when you study?
Yeah, actually.
People
Someone-
playing Fortnite in the library.
Do you watch Fortnite streams?
No, I watch like just chatting streams usually.
Chatting streams?
Yeah.
What is some ASMR bullshit?
No, it's just some guy on a camera and then he just looks up videos and shit and then watches it.
He's a reaction channel?
No, not
On
really a
Twitch?
reaction. He just talks about it or plays music. It's just really relaxing and then he talks to the stream. It's like,
Can
oh,
you
it's chill.
ask him to watch things for you?
Yes, you can.
You could be like, hey, I don't want
Is
to
this
watch
the
this
guy
myself.
that did
I
like
just wanna...
that 10-hour chicken attack
Yes.
stream?
Yes, it was
Oh,
very
wasn't that
entertaining.
the song that you played like a bunch?
Chicken wait,
Yeah.
how'd it go again?
Yeah,
Like,
that one that we
yeah.
watched we watched it a bunch
Yeah.
afterwards. Yeah,
Freaking Japanese.
that was a pretty
Colonel,
good song.
Japanese Colonel Sanders tossing a chicken at people.
It's pretty good. I
It's
liked
pretty
it.
fun. Yeah, he's really cool. I also watched Vikings.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you
on,
were talking
was
about
that
that.
on History Channel?
No, that's on Amazon.
I think
Oh.
it was on History Channel a little bit.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was like
I
an
remember seeing it
Amazon
there
Prime video exclusive. Or
It was
something.
either History Channel or HBO.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried watching it with Arnold for like a few episodes, and then we just kind of fell off of it. I mean, it was interesting.
It was interesting, yeah. I'd say
It's better than Game of Thrones.
it's better than the ending of Game of Thrones.
Whoa,
Let's say
whoa.
that.
Demetrius throwing shade, just like that petition.
To rewrite it.
Petition.
It's never going to happen. Just read the books. It's going to be a different ending.
I think that's the point. But I could totally see them making a new Game of Thrones, though.
Well, they're doing the spin-off, right?
A spin-off.
You can't
Are
be
they?
serious.
I can, though.
What?
So Spencer just downloaded a bunch of MP3s to use for our soundboards, and we haven't listened
sound
to
bras?
it. He explicitly told us not to listen to the new sound effects before the podcast, and now he's going to go through, I guess, every
10
single
of
one.
them. He has 10
Yeah.
shots in the...
Yeah, so they're all going to be surprises for us, and I really hope none of them is going to be too inappropriate.
Like it's going to say the N-word or something.
You said no N-words, and I obeyed.
That's true. I
obeyed.
did tell you no N-words or anything.
We are
racist.
following the one rule that you gave us.
No N-words.
Yeah.
We're saying the N-word right now, though. The
We
phrase
are.
the N-word.
We're putting it into the viewers' minds.
That was...
Look, you're
yeah.
making Demity sweaty.
Oh, man, we better play a song that's been copyrighted. Is that one of the tracks?
Why don't we just say, oh, something happened, now we're back?
well, yeah, something happened, and now we're back.
Hello again.
Do you like all those images that Spencer's made of you?
Oh my God! Stop it, Giacomo! Don't you?
I'm not going to show them or
Those
say
aren't
what
for the
it is.
public domain.
No, we should
Yeah.
show them onto the video.
Smile.
No, please don't.
But you should smile.
You
Are
can't
you
be
making
serious.
more memes of me?
I'm not. He is.
Are you using the female Snapchat filter?
Oh, we should do that.
We tried the female Snapchat filter on me, and it did not look good.
Okay, let's get him.
You're trying it again?
Yeah, I mean, it's not my turn to talk.
This is going to be awful for like the audio podcast.
Hey, you can still talk. I'm doing this for me.
Can you save it so Timothy can edit it into the video?
I don't think you can.
Anyway, where were we? Where were we before the thing cut off? We were still. I think we were talking about Vikings, right?
We were
Or-
either talking about Vikings or Game of Thrones, one
What
of them.
is
Oh,
it?
that's a robot.
Get a little bit closer to your microphone.
He was-
Demetrius,
he
'cause
was
you talk a little
talking about-
quieter.
Yeah.
He was talking about how they might make a spinoff, and then I was like,
You can't be serious.
and then you were like, oh no, you got sounds, and then we talked about copywriting things.
Oh, yeah.
and you were sweating.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Spencer's got all his sounds in the soundboard, and he's in control of it, so he has all the power over our podcast right now.
All the power.
all the
Pretty
power.
boring.
So you were watching Vikings, Demetrius?
Yes, it was. I'd recommend it. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. It seems cool. Apparently, it's historically accurate
Is it?
in a weird way, in like a loosely way.
Loosely historically accurate because it's not that dramatic.
Because
right?
it is about like, no, the people in it have been in historical accounts.
Right.
Like the main character, Ragnar Lothbrok.
Carricknor?
Carricknor. Sorry, I was thinking Ragnar and then it went into
Ragnarok?
character.
I thought of Ragnarok, yeah.
Yeah, Ragnar Lothbrok. Apparently, he was actually in history.
Huh.
Yeah, and his
Oh
sons
my
are.
God, I look weird.
I'm putting it for the camera.
I don't look great.
Keep talking.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Oh God, that is so weird.
Yeah, there's like a.
Oh my God. That one got me. That one got me.
Do you have a throw up sound?
Oh my
No, I do
God.
need a throw up sound, though. I need a throw up sound.
Anyway, go on, Demetrius.
I'm sorry, Spencer's just taking the show here.
Dude,
What a
he
great
is the
debut.
show.
He is the show.
All right, so historically accurate.
Yeah, it's somewhat historically accurate.
I'm just like imagining like the drama being historically accurate. Also, just like for whatever reason back then, like they like the way they talk is all dramatic and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Well, I wouldn't say historically accurate, but like loosely based on events.
Yeah.
Is probably a better word to say.
It's historically accurate in the way that like Fate Stay Night is historically accurate.
Exactly. I love when like I miss the times when people could like get a bunch of swords and then drop them on people.
Me and Demetrius are the only ones that get that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about an anime that is also like a gotcha game
Wow.
and a dating sim.
Yeah.
Wow.
And really addicting. I haven't heard. I don't think I've been through a day where I haven't heard Tanner or Julian talking about it.
Yeah, our friends are super addicted to
Yeah.
the Fate gotcha games right now.
Mm-hmm. Fate gotcha games. That's
Yeah.
so weird.
It's literally a game where you randomly get like characters and stuff.
It's just gambling,
Yeah, that's what a gotcha game is.
but it is addicting. No one
All right,
does
Spencer,
anything.
what have you been up to?
How was your week?
Sorry, I'm just adjusting my command center here.
Wow.
I've been playing a lot of Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, even though it's old.
Yeah, that's pretty old.
It's like 2 years old.
You're moving the microphone with your face.
but it's fun. I like it. It's got the right amount of like simulator / arcade kind of gameplay style.
Okay.
Yeah, that's been doing that. And
Shove it in my fucking ass.
oh shit! that was supposed to be the camera button. How embarrassing.
And we're back again after my fucking laughing fit.
That was dangerous.
Do you want to play
Oh
that?
my
Do you want to play
God.
that again?
Huh?
No, please don't.
So,
We're gonna play that again.
That's
so
all.
Yeah.
is there a new Tom Clancy coming out? Or
Yeah, it's the Breakpoint.
Is that-
I think so. It's kind of like a sequel to Wildlands.
Doesn't he
Okay.
also write a bunch of books?
He's dead,
Oh shit! You're
Oh,
right.
but
My
yes,
bad.
but
Yeah,
yes,
he did.
But he did.
yeah, he wrote
At
a lot of
some
books,
point.
and everything's basically loosed on like 0.1% of his writings.
Okay.
You know. What else have I done? I watched.
I would ask not to move it so much you can hear the tin. Yeah.
I watched Pet Cemetery, the new one.
Okay. How was it?
It was bad.
I thought so.
That's what I've been hearing. Like everybody's talking about how bad it was. A remake that didn't really need to get made.
And then I watched that one movie with Chloe Grace Moretz, Greta.
Oh, how was that?
It was bad. Yeah, it was bad.
Spencer just watching a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah.
Have you watched a good series?
That makes me sad.
Was that
yeah,
from Ball?
Yeah.
We
This,
love
this episode is divulged into a sound effect.
I know. You know what would be really embarrassing if the sound effects weren't working?
That would
Oh,
be sad. They would just be like dead air.
Okay.
No, it's recording the sound. Don't worry.
That's good.
That'd be bad.
I'd be pretty sad for you.
What
I
else?
just forget to put the sound effects in.
Oh no,
You watched us play Google Feud a few minutes ago.
Google.
Yeah, that was
Feud.
pretty good. That was some good entertainment.
It was fun to watch, right?
Yeah, that was
Oh.
some good Google Feud.
Yeah.
Sorry I missed out on it.
Yeah, I'm
We'll
sorry.
have to-
I'm
we'll have to
sorry
make up
that you
for it.
fell asleep at 7:30.
Yeah, I was pretty tired.
We're gonna have to play a dump in the dark now.
Yeah,
We will have to play a dump in the dark.
I'm not looking forward to that.
A dump in the dark.
I think it's gonna make our
this
channel go.
this is a
big.
game that Spencer really wants to play on the channel because we saw it one time when we were searching for games to play on 5 and under and the S list. And this was back during 5 and under, right?
This was old.
Yeah, Spencer saw it and really wanted to play it, but I wouldn't let us because it is it is very highly it is not it's not I don't know how to describe it.
It's a dump in the dark.
It's literally a game where your gun is a butt and you shoot diarrhea at enemies.
Okay.
Yeah, and then in one of our episodes when we were playing Snaky Bus,
Snaky Bus.
Yes, they were talking about it, and then asked the audience to tell me to let them play A Dump in the Dark, and someone did, because I didn't specify how many people had to do it.
God bless you.
Okay.
So since one person said to play A Dump in the Dark, now we have to play A Dump in the Dark.
True hero.
What a
True
hero.
hero out there.
You have to
If
be an
anyone deserves the
interactive
Nobel
channel.
Peace Prize.
That's them. Yep. I agree.
We should make like a Pornhub channel and start playing like adult games.
We already play adult games on the channel.
Yeah.
I'm talking like real adult games.
We should just have like a Demothy sex talk. welcome to Big Deep Demothy Sex Talk. Yeah, we're together with the biggest, baddest, biggest dick of Demothy, and he's gonna show you how to go deep throat, the deep throat dem, and it's gonna be awesome. And he's gonna show you how to.
Shove it in my fucking ass.
And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And we're here with Juicy Jock.
Juicy Jock.
I think this is the most explicit episode of the podcast we've ever
what's
had.
your name? Are you Sexy Spencer?
Yeah, you know.
Strip tease Spencer, because you're like a tease.
It's okay. I'm barely legal.
baby.
I like,
Demetrius is,
I like how we were telling Demetrius beforehand
double
not to get
dong
too crazy with the
Demetrius.
stuff that we were.
Don't get too crazy, Demetrius.
But,
Double dog Demetrius in the house.
and then Spencer starts whipping out his sound effects.
Is this what I get for being legal?
This doesn't even need to be an episode about gaming anymore.
I know, right?
You have to pause while it does this, you know.
Yeah, that one goes on for a while. You can hear it.
That's a good one, huh?
Nah, but you guys could totally make a channel on Pornhub. I think there's one guy, his name is Jesse Cox, which is very appropriate.
Did you say Cox?
Yeah, his name is Cox. COX.
You know, I would be
Like
pissed
the
off
internet
if this
company.
episode
Like the
is
internet
so good just
company.
because of sound effects.
Yeah. It's really saving my debut right
Wait, is that the guy who has I tuck you in after you come? Is it that guy?
No. Wait, maybe.
I don't know.
He's a
He
Let's
doesn't do
Player.
anything. Oh, never mind. I don't know. Who it is.
Yeah. He used to work with Total Biscuit.
Okay. So was that your week, Spencer?
What else? Have I done anything else?
Finding a bunch of clips to put on your
Nah,
streaming dock.
that took like 3 minutes.
You did that this morning. Or
I know.
last night,
So
right?
you don't want me to stop moving it, but I don't want to. You can't be.
I'm not going to stop you.
you can't
I
be
can't,
the
and I don't
boss
want
of me.
to. Did you shit your pants?
Let's see. Anything else? I've just been working a lot.
Yeah, you got a lot of hours.
Yeah, I have a lot of
That
hours
sucks.
recently.
That's sad.
How about you?
That means more money.
Yeah, you do get more money,
Yeah.
but yeah, you're.
So how about that floating poop in your toilet?
Oh, well,
What?
yeah, I can't talk about that because what happens if this video gets seen and they would see that and
Ooh, that makes me sad.
Oh well.
I guess I'll talk about my week now. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Empyrean, which is a fan game. I talked about it when we were trying to do a podcast last time before it got fucked up. But yeah, Pokemon Empyrean's really good. It's fun. It's
Where
really
was
long.
the that makes me sad?
I've dropped like. Careful not to bang the table too much because that's causing the interface to stop.
don't move your microphone, don't bang the table. There's no fun allowed.
No copyrighted music.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't want our podcast to just stop, then don't bang the table.
That is fair.
But yeah, Pokemon Empyrean. I've dropped like almost 60 hours on that so far because it's a really long fan game and it's really good. What else? I've been watching. I started watching Cloak and Dagger.
Well, that's the Marvel one, right?
Yeah, it's the Marvel one. It's on Hulu. And I tried watching it when it came out, and I couldn't get past the first episode. So I'm trying it again now. So I'm about.
I guess it was bad.
No, not it. It just starts really slow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's kind of the reason why I didn't continue watching it. But yeah, now I'm watching it now. I'm about 6 episodes in now. It's all right so far.
Did you watch Legion?
I did watch Legion.
I
I
heard
tried
Legion's
watching
good.
that and I made it like 15 minutes in and I was like, nah.
You can do it.
Nah. I mean, I'm sure it's good, but
It gets better. Yeah, it does get better later on. It starts off. It also starts.
Is that
off
a good
kinda slow.
excuse for shows though? It gets better.
Not
I mean,
really.
no, but I mean,
But that's the case of most
kinda-
shows.
A lot of
Most
shows
shows-
do get better.
They don't really
later
know
on.
themselves
Yeah.
until season 2.
it's hard for a show to be good like right off the bat because you have to like get into the characters, things that have to develop, you have to start caring, and it takes since it's a TV show, it's a longer thing, so it's not like a movie where it's like everything's right then and there. Things take time to pace out.
I mean, that's what Marvel did. They took, 10 years to make that?
Yeah,
whole
exactly.
collection?
Yeah.
And that's supposed to hit
Marvel
stores
gets better
pretty
later
soon.
on.
The Thanos collection.
Yeah, it's just like a really long TV show.
There was this anime called Steins Gate. I don't know if any of you guys heard of it.
I've heard
but
of it.
It's a popular one, and it takes about
15
like
episodes.
halfway through the show to actually start getting good. And then there was this other show that I was trying to get my friend into, but it doesn't get good until also like halfway through the show, and that one's like a 24 episode show.
What show is
So
that?
like 12 episodes in, and then it finally gets good.
What show are you talking about?
Samurai Flamenco.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show,
Yeah.
it is really good, but it doesn't get good until you're like 12 episodes in, so it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's like a dramatic twist, though.
Yeah.
Same with Steins Gate in a way.
Yeah, Steins Gate takes a long time, and a lot of people just couldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But where was I going with this? I lost track.
Shows take a long time to
shows
build
take
up.
a long time.
What else have you done with your
Play
week?
any cool video games besides Pokemon?
Did I? No, not really. I've been playing more Tekken lately, though,
That's cool.
just because I can't do Street Fighter anymore.
Do you get too salty?
Not really just that, but I just don't like the state that Street Fighter's in at the moment.
Yeah.
And I think at this point I'm just gonna wait until Street Fighter 6 to start getting back into Street Fighter.
I did hear that they're planning on making another big announcement, though.
They're always planning on making another big announcement, and the big announcement is like a new costume.
The last one was a controller.
It wasn't
fight stick?
No, so it wasn't. It was It was a fight stick that has a Raspberry Pi built in
Oh, we're going to start selling those.
to play all the old Capcom games and stuff on it, and then the whole thing is shaped like the Capcom logo.
Yes.
It looks nice,
BOGO?
but it's also like $400 or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, you could use it to make a cabinet if you really wanted to.
I guess.
I saw a guy do that with a Raspberry Pi on YouTube.
But like, you could just build a fight stick and put a Raspberry Pi in it for way cheaper.
You could. That's very
But
fair.
it's not like authentic, you know.
Yeah.
Right, you
It's
didn't
not.
really-
It's not licensed material.
Yeah. That's why you pay the $400.
People pay more for real stuff.
A lot of like the real licensed stuff just functions like shit, though.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
Like a lot of them have like shitty emulators and stuff built into them.
Yeah, like
No.
the PlayStation,
Yeah.
PlayStation Mini, whatever they called it.
Whatever the fuck they call that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been playing Tekken more, and I got to Red Rank on there, which is cool. Red Rank is like, I guess, the equivalent of, I don't know. I don't really fully understand Tekken ranks because they're really
What
weird.
makes you think we're going to know that?
Yeah, Tekken ranks are really weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been playing Tekken a lot more, and then just watching stuff. That's pretty much it. Playing Pokemon Empyrean. I'm like super addicted to Pokemon
He
Empyrean.
really is.
Are you just playing on the computer? Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Yeah, it's just a fan game. They made it on RPG Maker.
I love
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
I used to make stuff on
Yeah, it was a
RPG
lot
Maker
of
when I was
fun
like
making
10.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like 13, man.
There's a lot of really cool things people made on RPG Maker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people. It's a shame because it is still really limiting graphically
Yeah.
and gameplay wise. But
Kanye Quest was cool.
Kanye Quest.
it reminds me. There was this one game that was based off of like a celebrity or something. I don't even remember. I think it was from Japan. I don't remember the name of it, but it was fucking weird.
Whatever happened to like, wasn't there a currency Kanye coin?
Kanye coin?
Wasn't there?
I mean, sure, why not? There was Dogecoin.
Oh, that was back when they were like all those cryptocurrencies
Right.
that people were
So,
making.
well,
There
let
was
me
like
get
some
that
fucking
crypto
there was some
currency.
weird.
Whatever
ones.
happened to Kanye coin?
It probably went down the toilet after his clothing line went down.
Yeah,
Isn't his clothing line still around?
It probably is. I mean, it's like hobo chic.
Hobo chic.
Yeah. Like if you look some of his stuff up, man.
Pretty niche.
But yeah, back on RPG Maker, I think it's cool people can make such big things with
Yeah,
such a
no.
limiting software.
Yeah, definitely. Like a lot of the games that they make are still super fun.
Yeah.
It's just, I feel like a lot of them could be even better
Yeah.
if the software wasn't so limiting. But the fact that they can make such fleshed out games
Yeah.
despite it.
Did
It's
you say
impressive.
Flash?
It's like,
Oh my god,
it's creative.
it's creative.
This is a
It
pretty
is
soft
creative.
Anyway, let's get into some of these stories now.
All right.
Right after this message is from our sponsor.
Who's our sponsor, Giacomo?
Shove it in my
Don
fucking ass.
Demetrius.
What? Anyway, all right.
He's
so
going to be live streaming this night, 12 o'clock p.m.
Oh god.
on Pornhub.
Send him a tip on Pornhub. He'll tell you how nice your hair looks.
Okay. The World Health Organization officially deemed gaming disorder a real illness. And this was something that they were talking about like a while back already, but actually never officially made it happen. So basically, you can have gaming disorder now. But a lot of people were kind of like making fun of this whole thing because it seems silly at first.
Gaming isn't the most professional word.
Yeah, it's really not, but it definitely makes sense.
It's just the way it sounds is a little bit off.
So a lot of people are like, oh, you know, you're being addicted to video games is an illness now, and yada yada yada. But it doesn't seem like a lot of them really looked into their actual definition of gaming disorder.
Yeah,
because what their definition is definitely does make a lot of sense. So on this Kotaku article we have here from the WHO. Says a pattern of persistent or recurrent gaming behavior, which may be online or offline, manifested by impaired control over gaming, increased priority given to gaming to the extent that gaming takes precedence over other life interests and daily activities, and continuation or escalation of gaming despite the occurrence of negative consequences. The behavior pattern is of sufficient severity to result in significant impairment in personal, family, social, educational, occupational, or other important areas of functioning.
Those are just the definitions of addiction, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is pretty much just addiction.
It's pointing out that it's addicting enough that it falls into the normal definition.
But we have like other categories of addiction that are also considered diseases too, right? Like,
alcoholism's considered its own thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you think about gaming as in addicting this way?
Right.
Like, we all know somebody who you always joke like, oh, all they do is play games. Like, that's it. Like, but that really is their whole life, and that is an addiction because you're not really bettering yourself. It can be that way. Like, you know, you've had friends who smell because you know that's all they did was play games and nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I mean, you know, addiction is just when you're
right. You just do the one thing.
You just do the one thing, and you choose to do that over everything else.
Right. It's an addiction,
and you rely on it.
Yeah.
But so. I get what you mean because, like, it just it might not be super necessary to categorize everything as its own addiction rather than just putting it under the addiction sort of
umbrella.
Yeah, umbrella. So I don't know why they have to categorize everything separately. But I mean, the definition, it does kind of make sense. And a lot of the people that are kind of criticizing this,
especially now that VR is a thing, so you get really immersed. You can. I mean, people are already pretty addicted to it. Like, think about WoW. Like those games where your whole life is your character.
Right.
And people would neglect things. You know, that was the real thing.
Yeah, but this is in the World Health Organization, right?
It is the World Health Organization.
I think what a lot of people are missing is its influence over other regions of the world. Like, especially in Asia, there is a huge epidemic.
I know Korea is like a really big one, right?
Yeah, Korea, Japan.
Taiwan, I think, too.
Taiwan, yeah, I believe Taiwan. Any place that has like a huge culture around like PC cafes and stuff usually has really big problems with gaming addiction. To the point where some people decide to live in PC cafes. Like, I know there's a Vice documentary about that somewhere.
I saw that, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it does take over people's lives in places like that a lot larger than in the US, I feel. And I think that's why it's kind of become such a big deal within the World Health Organization, because it is affecting societies like theirs.
You think that you think they create these different categories mostly to bring more awareness to that specific thing, or?
Yeah, definitely. Especially with like the rise of documentaries about it in the first place.
Yeah. Okay, so this next thing we have is more related to console prices.
Not nearly as depressing.
Yeah, it's not as. I mean, it's kind of sad.
It's sad.
It's depressing to my wallet.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Fucking these sound effects. I think that's your favorite one right now, isn't it?
No, this one's my favorite.
That gets us the most, though.
No, the fucking the other one.
The larger effect it has on our mind.
Wait,
What are you thinking of?
Was it a quote on here or something?
No.
Or did you just say it?
It just surprises me every time.
So,
like with the other one, I can predict it, but that one, it's like, oh, that happened again.
Yeah, so our wallets are gonna suck right now, or potentially will suck later.
What are your guesses on the price of the PS5? Ignoring this,
Ignoring the tariff,
Yeah.
$500.
Was the
$450.
PS3 $500 when it first came out?
PS3
I'm
was
trying
like,
to,
was
I'm
like
trying to remember
$500.
the meme that they had, the meme back then before memes. They had it like about the price.
Here, you
So
guys take a guess. I'm gonna look it up.
I
$250.
don't know. Usually consoles sit around the $400.
maybe it was
range.
$600. There was
Was it
that
$600?
quote of like the Sony president that he like at E3 he was like, "This is the PS3. The price is $599 US."
I do know it was so expensive that we didn't get it until like the end of its life cycle.
What'd you guys guess?
For what?
I
the
guess
price.
of
Of
about
what?
400.
It's like $250.
Of what?
Of the PS3?
Yeah.
With PS3?
That 250 seems way
I'm gonna say
low.
$599.
It was
Oh, you're close.
how much?
400.
It was 500.
500.
500.
You guys
Okay,
were-
so
it's almost there,
$499. Okay.
That's really expensive.
That is
Yeah, it
really
was.
expensive.
Yeah, consoles usually you think around like $400.
$400.
Right? Handhelds around 250, 300.
Right, that makes sense.
But we could see it spike. We could potentially see it spike even higher than that after this proposed tariff. I think it was by the U.S. government, right?
That
No,
was
wait,
a
how much
big
was the
increase.
PS4 when it launched?
PS4 I think was 400.
400.
Yeah, I think they lowered the
450,
price
400, yeah.
significantly.
Yeah, PS5 I could see without this about 500 because they're adding a lot more technology into
And
this.
prices always go up.
Yeah. I'm going to sneeze. Or not. I still feel the tickle in my nose, though. I fucking hate that so much. But but yeah, there's supposed to be a 25% tariff on goods that was proposed by somewhere.
US
Some butthead?
Some person.
Up
Higher?
there. No, there.
Here?
Yeah, United
yeah.
States Trade
Yeah,
Representative.
new document from the Office of the United States Trade Representatives includes video game consoles and machines in its proposed list of products to be considered for the tariffs in question. While it is often the case that companies sell consoles at a loss, something that has been reported to be true for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One X, a new 25% tariff would almost certainly result in an increase in the price of video game consoles. So with this, we could probably see like up to like over here they're estimating 500, but I could probably see it go up to like 600.
Maybe if they sell like a special version of it.
With considering the PS3 was 500, right? And then this one's going to be a super advanced console supposedly. I don't know if you guys saw the video of them with showing like the new speeds. Of
They showed the
PS5.
Spider-Man City.
Yeah, they showed Spider-Man.
Yeah, I
and it
saw that.
loaded like way faster than it did on the PS4 Pro. So they're implementing like some new high-tech SSDs and stuff on there.
That could be pretty cool.
So yeah, we could definitely see a really expensive PS5, and that's gonna really suck for a lot of our wallets.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're going to have that overlap of games where they're going to be PS4 and PS5, just to kind of like as a buffer.
That's kind of what they always do, isn't it?
Every
So-
console
sorta,
tends to
yeah.
have
It's like
that.
a
Every
transition
console they
period.
kind of they release for like at least
A year.
At least for their most
Yeah.
most of the major games, but then like the really really high end games, like that's only for that console, so you got to get it.
It makes me wonder if they're going to like if they're holding off on some things at like E3 or if or in the other
Or
case
they're
if they'll
going to just
announce
start
it.
announcing it.
Yeah.
If for PS5 because if it's a high price they will need something that's incentive to buy it. Can't just
Yeah,
be a
and
bunch
so
of
they're
crappy
going
launch
to probably
titles.
do it with their high speed downloading speeds and playing speeds.
The PS5 was supposed to have backwards compatibility with the PS4, right?
That'd be pretty
That
bitchin'.
sounds
That-
familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember them saying something about that having backwards compatibility there.
I mean, I like the PS4 and I think it's good. I think the interface could be better. Like whenever I'm looking at it, I feel like it feels natural, but not quite as natural. Like with Steam, it makes a lot of sense. Everything fits when I'm going around that interface. But then I'm doing like the PlayStation one. I'm trying to get to like TV shows and games, and I go through like a bunch of different menus. Settings feels weird.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, having to like scroll down to all these different menus is
Yeah.
really
It just
annoying.
doesn't feel right. Like maybe if the PS5 has a better interface, just that alone would make me pretty happy.
It's just like there's not really too much that you can do because I'm pretty sure with any console, I think the Xbox has a similar problem where you have to go through a bunch of different tabs,
Yeah, but
right?
with the 360, I felt like it made sense to me when I was scrolling through things to find everything.
Right.
No, yeah.
I don't know, just the PlayStation 4. Whenever I've played it, even in like the early stages, I always felt it never was
Yeah.
quite right.
Yeah, because I feel like with the PS4 it was organized, but it wasn't organized with the things that makes it easier to switch through it.
Right. Like you couldn't just put like the things you want nearby and that would make sense.
Yeah, because you still have to go scrolling through it to find the TV show section, and then you have to go up to go to the store.
Right, there's
place.
really bullshit going on.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, they didn't really improve the interface when they moved from PS3 to PS4 because the interface is very
It's pretty
similar.
much the same. Yeah, and I didn't. That's the reason I didn't go to
looks a little bit
PS3.
nicer.
I feel like the PlayStation 3 felt more easier. Felt a lot easier to go through.
I don't know. I never liked navigating through the PS3, to be honest.
I liked it better than the 4.
The one thing I
think.
didn't like about PlayStation 4, and this is probably just because I have your old version, but even my friends' old versions, I always felt like it was just gonna die. Like, because it always made like really like loud noises, like.
Oh, you saw those memes of people when they were playing Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah,
2,
and it was like
right?
heating up.
Yeah, no, it was super loud.
That's what I'm always worried. Like, man, when's this PlayStation just gonna break? And I'm just playing.
And then all these companies, they release those like external fans that you can attach
Right, just
to
attach it to keep
that don't work.
Really do anything? Yeah, they make you feel better.
Yeah.
It was louder than my old computer.
It's louder than my mom.
It sounded like a jet turbine.
Yeah, that's the PlayStation for you.
Yeah.
I hope the PS5 has better cooling overall.
It was really bad with the people that got like refurbished PS4s, where it was even worse than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next story that we have here is I think this one resonates with Demetrius more.
Here, you can talk about it.
Demetrius likes
I'll
clothing.
try.
You want to try?
I'll try.
Okay, go for it.
Wait.
I'm gonna open it right
No,
now.
I need you to introduce it.
Okay. So Pokemon Sword and Shield, we haven't really heard a lot about Pokemon Sword and Shield since the initial trailer dropped for it. But there was a contest by the clothing company Uniqlo, which is like a Japanese clothing company. They make like a lot of relatively affordable but still pretty fashionable stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's about H&M level.
It's an H&M of Japan. Yeah.
It's Japanese H&M, and
man.
they release a lot of kind of graphic tees and stuff that are branded with like Disney, and you also see a lot of nerd culture stuff too. And they do a lot of contests for graphic designers and clothing designers and stuff to come out with new designs, right, for these different things. So there was a Pokemon Sword and Shield contest that a lot of people entered, and there was a $10,000 prize for first place, which is huge for something like this. That is a big prize. But that $10,000 prize got canceled. Yep, they canned it because people were breaking the rules and stealing designs.
Breaking the rules.
Which I'm surprised wasn't as big of an issue with the past contests that they've had.
It wasn't an issue with the past contests. The other ones were very successful, especially with the Nintendo one.
Yeah.
Which is really surprising to see with the Pokemon release.
Yeah, so the Pokemon one, people were straight up stealing designs from other people.
Because there were a lot of really interesting designs with the Nintendo one, especially with the Legend of Zelda line for their company. It was really cool. And it's really unfortunate that they had a huge problem with this one, because I was really looking forward to what they would think of, especially with the title like Pokemon.
Now, here's what I'm curious about. Is it just that it wasn't actually an issue in the past, or did they just not really look into it with the past contests? That's kind of where we're not really sure, because this one was an issue because some people brought it to light. So with this one, so the original first place winner was this Gyarados design with
The
these
three
Magikarps
Magikarps.
on it, which looks pretty neat. But the designer Lee Wen-pei, he said that he sold a few phone cases with this design. So this was originally his design, and any T-shirts that have it are people pirating it. So like a person just straight up stole this guy's design and entered into the contest and almost won $10,000 because of it.
Man, that's a cool one. I like that shirt. Yeah, I like this one.
Wait, no, this one.
This one's okay.
Okay.
I don't know if
Pretty
I
cool
like
designs.
the brown color though. Yeah,
Which one are
you
like, I
looking
don't know
at?
if I like that brown color.
Oh,
like, I really
that's
like
the way.
Gengar.
That's the
Yeah, I've seen this way.
the Japanese
Yeah.
wave. It was like way Tsushima something. I don't know.
I think this one's cool.
the Gengar's pretty.
That's
neat.
because my skin tone works
Yeah.
with pink.
I think what might have made it more obvious was a lot of these designs are really similar to past Uniqlo T-shirts.
Right.
Also, so that might have made it a little bit more
I like
obvious
the
for
gear
them.
one though. That's good. I didn't think about that.
Oh yeah, that one's really similar to I think one of their newer
I
designs.
like the Alolan Executor.
Oh, with a little Pikachu.
Just because I
one's
like
cute.
Alolan Executor in general, because it's such a derpy looking
a
Pokemon.
Peaksicle.
I
The
would
one
never
on the-
wear any of these.
No, I don't think I'd wear any of these.
No,
but
a lot of these nerd stuff
Yeah.
I can't really wear. in
Sometimes
public.
it's too much.
So there's a lot of these anime hoodies and stuff that you can get that have really cool designs, but I could never wear
Like
them in
Ryan
public.
from work who loves his anime sweater, the limited edition one he
You know,
bought.
there's this YouTube channel. I think it's Otaku Versus.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to say that.
No, Otaku Versus recently released some clothing and stuff, and some of their designs are really cool. But I could never wear them in public because people would look weird.
You can just wear them at home.
Yeah, they're more like stuff I would like put on my wall or something. But I can't let like a girl come in and see them. Like a lot of these posters, I'd have to take them down if I bring some over.
That's gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah, and then you're gonna see nails in the wall, and you're like, "What's that?" Oh, don't worry about it. But yeah, with this contest, normally you would think like, oh, it would go down to the second place winner, right? But the second place winner also basically did the same thing. So right here, it says, before Uniqlo could name a new winner, a second design was binned. This time a Mewtwo illustration from a British entrant was found to have been straight up copied. So
that sucks.
Yeah, these are the reasons we can't have nice things.
See you later.
People still
What does that have to do with anything?
Because like the contest is gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
well,
true.
no. So here's the thing:
the prizes are gone.
The first place prize is gone. There's still
what's second prize?
I don't know. It doesn't say in this article, but all these other designs,
they're going to be made into shirts.
They're going to be made into shirts. I don't know if they're making money. It doesn't say anything on here that they win anything for getting their stuff put on there other than the first place.
I probably would wear that.
I like the one on the top left.
That one's also pretty cool, yeah. I would
click on the one on the right.
Microphone, Demetrius.
Do you think the company's really sad they had to
the one on the top
keep their
left?
$10,000?
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
It's just fun to me.
I think this was mostly an excuse for them to save them $10,000 and
these are all
just get a
women's
bunch of
shirts.
shirt designs, you know? So they get to use all these shirts without paying anything, unless they did end up paying. But I didn't see anything about them paying these other winners. And
It's
stuff on
probably
here.
like when what was the studio that did it? I think it was Blumhouse or someone with association of it. And the point was you make like a 15-minute horror movie, and then if we like it, we're going to make it into a movie. But the thing was, once you make it, we control everything about it.
Yeah, a lot of companies have been doing that.
And that's probably what it was here. As soon as you put your artwork, it's like, we control it now.
It's in the terms and conditions, they say they own it.
Yeah, so
I think
like,
that was the
you
same
don't get
thing.
any money.
I think that was the same thing with the Fortnite dance contest.
Same thing. It's like we
yeah.
own the dance once you give it to us.
Yeah, pretty much. But like the prize is you get it in the game.
Right. But no, it's for all the entrants too, the ones who didn't even win.
Yeah.
So like you lose it all. You know?
Yep.
But I'm sure with like a clothing company, which is more like a graphic design kind of thing, they would give something. They would give like at least
That's
like
money
some profit.
You might get your shirt, and that's probably it.
Yeah, maybe you get a free shirt with your design on
so
it.
you think about that for a second. The great artwork you did is now going to be sold to people, and you're going to get one shirt. That's it. That you probably have to pay shipping and handling for. And that's it.
That is very unfortunate, and I'm sorry.
Oh, sad days for graphic designers everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, Call of Duty. This one's not really a big story, but
Only 5 more hours to allow
it
play
was
Call of Duty.
it's kind of funny. I put this one in for you, Spencer. You want to introduce it?
The next Call of Duty is called Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Gonna pull that nostalgia card from that game that was already out before.
And it was really good.
Why not make it again? Because it was good. And then we'll
make it completely unrelated and just call it Modern Warfare.
Well, we don't know if it's a remake or not yet, right?
Well, if you look up here, it might be a remake because that looks like Gaz with a shotgun.
Oh, you're talking about the picture?
Yeah.
No, I think this is just a picture that they pulled for the article.
I don't think they've shown anything of it yet.
I don't think it has.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
It's from the remastered. My bad.
There we go.
Not to be confused.
A screenshot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, not to be confused with Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Exactly.
That just makes it more confusing.
So this whole naming scheme thing, it reminds me of a lot of just modern
naming schemes.
Yeah, modern naming schemes for
trend,
movies that are continuations of existing franchises, right? I think a really big one, a really bad offender of this, I think was Halloween. Was it Halloween where like the names are super confusing also?
H2O.
Yeah, Year of the Witch. They get wild.
Yeah, and then like with a new release
with phones.
Yeah.
What?
With cell phones, like you just get really weird names, and they start remaking iPads are just called iPad Mini again.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You have like
that's what
Air
I'm talking
again.
about. Where
they just reuse and you're like, what is it?
Yeah, you have like all these titles, and they're like they have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all of a sudden people just started dropping the numbers, and then just calling it that thing, but they took out like the out of it, right?
Right.
Like the Fast and the Furious movies.
And now it's
Where
just
it was
Fast, Furious.
Fast and Furious, yeah.
Yeah, it's super confusing, and you just can't tell what the order
Too fast.
is. Yeah.
Fast
I
7,
feel like
Furious 8.
You know, if it's like 2, 3, 4, but then they feel like, oh, it seems kind of lame to just keep adding numbers, so you got to make it fresh, and you call it like, you know, the Fast and the Furious and whatever. But then they're like, well, by now I guess we are pretty established and no one gives a shit, so we'll just call it 7, 8, 9, you know, whatever. So it's like there's like a break point where they become self-aware of the titles of how high in the numbers they're getting, and they start freaking out.
So and then sometimes it's just called that thing, but they replaced one of the letters with a number.
Yeah. And then you get the problem where people have to make diagrams to explain the watch order of things.
That's when
There's those videos like, this is the order for this franchise.
like when you watch anything from the Terminator series.
Like
This is going to be like, the people are going to be like, dear Activision, can we get a real chronological order of these games so I can get the lore properly?
Do I play this Modern Warfare first or this Modern Warfare
Well,
first?
if you're a real fan, you could play this one, but if you want the true experience, you could play this one. But, you know.
What is it, like playing anything from the Kingdom Hearts series?
Oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts is super fucking wild.
Parts of it you can't even play anymore. You just have to kind of watch a video about it.
Yeah, I stopped caring about Kingdom Hearts because of all the handheld games, and I couldn't afford to buy all the handhelds to play all these different ones.
Well, there's like
emulators.
There's
you
like
can buy like the
Kingdom
story
Hearts-
so far.
There's like Kingdom Hearts
true.
like 2.5 and like
2.8
and all the
188 over something over 50
you have to do
days.
math
or some
equations
shit.
to figure out which ones you have to play.
It's
you
just
wanna-
so much work.
Do you want to watch or play something in broadcast order or chronological
Oh my
order?
god, Haruhi. So there's this anime called Haruhi. Haruhi is just an abbreviation that everybody calls it by. It's the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya or
yeah.
whatever.
Holy
and
shit.
there's two orders that you can watch the show in. You can watch it in broadcast order, or you can watch it in chronological order. So when they released this for broadcast television, they released it in some super fucking wacky order because it made the ending more impactful or something. So a lot of people were confused whether they should watch it in like the actual chronological order that it was supposed to be released in, or the broadcast order that they released it on television for.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was fucking weird. I watched it in broadcast order.
And did it make sense?
No.
The show is interesting, to say the least.
I mean, you would just watch the one that makes the most sense, plot device wise, you know, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's. Do you want it
But
to
that
make
just
more
seems-
sense, or do you want the ending to be more impactful, according to the viewers?
That's too much work, man.
It is a lot of work. Oh god, that one hurt a little bit.
Do it again.
Oh god, I don't like that.
Yeah.
All right, was that our last story?
Well, what do you think? Do you think Call of Duty is going to keep doing what they do, making another game that's just $60? It'll get like an 8.9 or a 9 on IGN, even though it's the same thing with a new gun and a new skill.
They're changing their release schedule, aren't they? Like, I think they're releasing it less often or something. That's what they said. In
It's a cash
yeah.
cow. Like, think about everyone at work and like, are you going to buy the new Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they buy it because they're going to play it on PlayStation or some shit.
Call
And
of
then-
Duty's always been weird because there's like 50 different studios working on each Call of Duty.
Well, they separated. They do it like every year, so it'd be like
Yeah.
Raven and then
Treyarch, and then you had Activision, but I don't think they're doing
so
it
they just
anymore.
rotate. So they're like, okay, your Call of Duty game's coming out in 2 years. In the meantime, you got this one, and they just
Remember
ahead
when
and
they made Call of Duty 3 and how bad it was? Like, I'm talking like World War II Call of Duty 3.
I've never actually been a big Call of Duty fan, so I didn't really play all their games. So
Bro, Call of Duty, when they were doing it in the World War II era, genius. And then when Call of Duty 3, and it was made, I think that was the first one Treyarch made.
the big red one.
No, Big Red one was actually okay.
Oh, okay.
But this was like just Call of Duty 3, and it was just this hot mess of what am I really doing in this?
Big red one sounds like a dog dick.
Kind of, but I think you played as the Rangers in that one. Like, that's the whole point. It's like a mini series. But number 2 was where it's at. And then Modern Warfare took it a step up and kicked it in the ass, and it was so much fun. And number 2 just really saturated what number 1 did.
And then 3.
And then 3 just kind of did it again. And then you had Black Ops. Black Ops was all right. I actually thought it was going up again.
That
Then
was
it went
the
down
first one I
again.
played.
Then I had Ghosts, and Ghosts was whatever. I pretty much played it all for the single player and got disappointed that Black Ops.
and then they had the dog AI.
Yeah, the dog AI. It's like, we've really advanced the game now. Wow, there's a dog with a gun.
And then they had the F to pay respects.
Yeah, and that was weird.
Do you think they regret having Kevin Spacey as their real actor person in their game now?
I mean, they probably pay F,
Because they're like, ah,
they
shit, now
press
he
F
sucks.
now. So
thank you for listening to the Giacomo and Spencer talk about Call of Duty. I think the only Call of Duty I've ever played was one of the Black Ops games.
I think it was one.
Black Ops is good though. Like the story was fun to play.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was.
But I played
enjoyed
it. So I used to go to karate, and we had this thing called Ninja Night, which was like a sleepover at the dojo.
Wow, how
And
talk about
a bunch of people would bring in like video games and stuff, and that was like the only time that
You
I played
went
Call
to
of
Do you have a sound effect of like
because
dudes humping?
I was obligated
Give
to
us
at the time because I was
sound.
22.
Oh,
Dudes
true.
humping?
Dudes humping.
It's close enough.
Anyway, if you guys have any questions or topics for us to talk about, you can send them on over to heywe'replaying@gmail.com. That's HeyWerPlaying@gmail.com. Subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting services like Spotify, iTunes, or whatever. And then on YouTube, if you want to also, I mean,
We're here.
yeah, we're here. If you don't want to, I don't care because I'm not your mom or anything. So, but yeah, thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you guys next time.
I